Welcome back, and today I want to share with you an update actually from Arcade1up on the BurgerTime cabinet and the issue I brought up in my review. The primary issue of this cabinet, in my opinion, it's clear as day, and it is that the joysticks don't work correctly for all the games involved, including BurgerTime. And when I got it, I was desperate for a fix, found some 3D printed parts, ordered them, still waiting on that by the way, so we'll see if that works. But Arcade1up has stepped in and commented that they're actually going to do an official fix for this problem. So I'm going to break down for you what that is. First, a quick rundown. A couple days ago, there were a bunch of posts made in the Arcade1up official fanbook page, and I posted my review of BurgerTime. Many BurgerTime enthusiasts, myself included, were frustrated to learn the cabinet comes with an 8-way joystick gate, the square gate, when it was in fact designed for a 4-way gate. Now, if you've not played it with both conditions, if you've not played it 8-way and you're not used to 4-way, this may sound like a minor deal. 4-way, 8-way, it sounds like a little detail. Honestly, for me, it makes a huge difference in gameplay, and I'd really be shocked for anyone to play it side by side and tell me it doesn't make a difference. It really does. The basic issue is this: getting on ladders, which is key, right? BurgerTime's a tough game. You have to be able to move around the course effectively to not get wrecked. Getting on the ladders and moving around that course is far harder than it is designed to be, because really you have to push the joystick straight up and not to either side even a little bit, or else your guy won't move correctly. The original BurgerTime arcade cabinet had a 4-way gate, making it impossible to push to either side when you're pushing up. So you would just push up, it would work every time, and as long as you were standing near the ladder in the right space, you'd move up. I'm going to put some footage in the background of me playing both ways. Player 1 I have rigged up with 4-way and player 2 is 8-way. Now, this is recorded when I first got the cabinet, so I'm pretty rusty here, but you get the idea. And most commenters seem to be bummed out by this, but I will say notably a few of you say 8-way is fine. Now, I don't know if any of you have actually tried it this way. Maybe you have. I disagree. I've played it both ways, but listen, I respect your opinion, and honestly, I appreciate you sharing it. But here's where the good news comes in. John D., a key employee for Arcade1up, if you've been following them, I'm sure you've heard of him, seen him in interviews. Based on his interviews, he seems to be directly involved with their product design. And no less an authority than John reports they are now working on a fix and to stay tuned. No details were given, but they recognize the issue and they're committing to a fix. This is fantastic news. You know, it'd be easy to say, well, they should have known this from the start or whatever, but listen, these guys do a lot of different products. BurgerTime is not one of their major cabinet releases, and oversights happen. As long as they come through with a fix and that fix is good, then everything is cool. Now, some have pointed out we'll get this same 4-way versus 8-way problem with Frogger, because Frogger is a 4-way game, but that cabinet, the Arcade1up Frogger, includes Time Pilot and Time Pilot 84, which apparently are 8-way. Now, that's all true, but I would just about guarantee anything they do to fix the BurgerTime for current owners like us is also going to be applied to future releases, because they're not going to want to have to mail out extra parts after the fact in the future. They're going to want to get the product right as well as they can to begin with in the initial shipment. Two birds with one stone, thanks to two things. One, an active fan community that is supportive of the brand we spend on the products, but at the same time, we can be critical and give our feedback. And that really does help shape a better product. But two, and it takes two to tango, Arcade1up's team continuing to hear our feedback and actually act on it. And honestly, that's awesome. Here's my pitch to Arcade1up in the future. If you're not already doing this, retain a handful of arcade enthusiasts to run product decisions past as a supplement to your existing full-time team. Things like which games to include together, since that's so key if those games truly fit together both thematically but also from a control and gameplay perspective. Getting the control panel layouts right, since we are doing kind of multi-cades with 3, 4, 5 games at a time, there are creative decisions that have to be made around the control panel, and unless they switch to just doing single game releases like a numbskull, for example, then they have to make those creative choices about the control panel, and you'll be running that past not one, not two, but probably 3 to 5 people with a lot of experience in the arcade and also player testing. And honestly, there are a ton of guys, even here in our YouTube community, other YouTubers who would probably do this for free. But even if you just spent, a few $1,000s a month with 3 to 5 people a month as a retainer, by optimizing some small details, you'd make that money back so fast. Just saying. Now, I know there are some serious issues in the world right now, and a lot of us are dealing with stuff, being quarantined at home, or maybe you know somebody who's sick, or maybe, God forbid, you're sick. Just wanted to bring the little bit of good news from the other day for home arcade enthusiasts like I know many of you. I will keep you posted if there is additional development on this fix, what the fix is, when is it coming. We all know that Arcade1up shut down their office a couple days ago because of the beer bug. I'm not allowed to say the name on YouTube, which is still pretty annoying, but it is what it is. They shut it down temporarily, and that's probably the right decision. Point is, this isn't the highest priority. I'm sure this will take time, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's a couple months before we get the fix, but hopefully we get an announcement sooner than that about what exactly the fix is. In the meantime, I still have my 3D printed custom switchable restrictor gates coming, so I will be testing that out no matter what and letting you know if that works, and maybe that's an intermediate fix. I hope you guys are all staying safe, bros. I'm going to talk to you again real soon. Dripping